New Thought Media Network is on the rise. We're looking to grow with you. Do you have technical media experience or perhaps a desire to learn? Are you willing to volunteer your precious time and attention? We share this message to benefit all. If you possess a computer with a camera and a microphone, we will share our knowledge with you. Behind the scenes or being the star, let us bless our one. Contact us at info@ntmedia.org.
My mic is unmuted. Hi, it's Laura here, and welcome to Unlock Your Mama Power here on New Thought Media Network. It's 7:30 in the morning, Mountain Time, and it's 2:30 here in the afternoon. I'm here in the UK. I live in Eastbourne, which is a beautiful, sunny seaside town, and I'm bringing in Mama Power to you, wherever you are in the world. I know we're all connected as one in the light of love. And Mama Power is really all about embracing the divine within us, embracing the divine feminine. And it's the name of my business, it's the name of my group, and it's what I stand for. And it kind of emerged last year for me with everything that was happening for me last year with my adventure in life. And I realized that being a mom, having a spiritual business, being a student in this beautiful teaching that I'm in and learning and providing for women who that's who generally come to me to see me for coaching or joining my groups. It's women. And I just really wanted to embrace and acknowledge and celebrate the power that is within us, that we have available here, right here and now to use. We don't need to look out there or want anything to change out there. It's all within us. And this really excites me, this whole knowing of this whole understanding of this. And that's why I'm here every Tuesday now on New Thought Media Network, and every Friday. We're going to be doing different things. I'm going to be bringing you different aspects of Mama Power so that we can explore and enjoy and understand that all of these seeming so-called obstacles and challenges that we're going through in our lives as women on a daily basis. I'm not excluding men. And of course, this is anyone that identifies as a woman, because so I can speak from this perspective, and this knowing. And these shows really are for you to learn how to embrace and empower yourselves even more. So we're going to be sometimes dealing with questions that come through with Ask Laura. That's what we're going to be doing today, Q&A. Sometimes we'll dance, sometimes we'll pray, sometimes we will meditate, sometimes we'll do some vision boarding or visioning. And there will be guests coming on as well. So it's going to be an adventure that unfolds, and it's not going to have a kind of, this is what it looks like and this is what it's going to be. It's going to be what it is that you want, because you can leave your messages here and you can tell me, you can leave your questions here. And this is what I really would love you to do, is leave your questions, and I will work through those questions with you here live on the show. We have 30 minutes every Tuesday and every Friday. So welcome in to Mama Power, the first one. And I'm just going to look here because I have a question that, as someone that I was working with in the week, last week, this came up. It came up from two different women that I've been working with separately and in a mentoring capacity. And it's basically the same question coming from them in different ways. And here it is. I'm showing it here on the stream. Let me put my glasses on. How do I trust that there is enough? I'm scared to follow my heart and that I will prosper. How do I trust that I can follow my heart and that I'll prosper? And what do I do to get through this fear? So this is like this. I believe this is a universal question because we are seeded with this idea from before birth. Really, we're in this idea that we're not enough, firstly, and that there isn't enough, secondly, and that I have to stop myself or I have to change who I am or not really honor me to be or to enjoy my life or to fulfill my calling or my soul's purpose here right now. And there's this inherent kind of block, limiting belief system that so many of us have, that we're not enough just as we are right now because we are here and breathing and loving and having the incredible experience of life that we're having. There's this default in so many of us of a belief that we have to be extraordinary in order to be accepted or acceptable in this life. Now, just think about that. Just feel to that for a moment. Because when we feel that, it's like, for me, that feels just so sublime. I have to be this extraordinary person in order to be enough or to accept what is here for me as my birthright. I have to be somebody different or act differently or conform or hide so that I can be accepted or accept myself, because there's a fear in there that if I shine my light, that it's not going to be good enough and I'll be judged. That's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, when you really when you break it down logically, it's like, hang on a minute, where are all these beliefs coming from? Where are all these patterns of learning coming from? Well, they're based back and back and back in a whole lineage of fear, and that there isn't enough. And of course, depending on our family, that was the floorboards. Depending on our family lineage and what we learned at school and our teachers and the messaging and the social media now, and even what our children bring to us with what they're learning. You know, there's a whole kind of flip side of them teaching us that we may not be enough because they're learning from social media and their peers that they're not enough. So then it becomes this kind of entangled spiral of not enoughness. And we bring it, more of it, into our lives, because obviously then it becomes ingrained in our subconscious. And so that's how we then determine our next move, whether we're fight, flight, or freeze, because we don't believe that we're enough. We're enough. Now, I can't say this to anybody. You know, when beautiful women came to me and this was being posed to me, for me to stand there and say, you're enough, it means nothing. It means nothing unless we internalize it and unless we can absolutely know it within ourselves that we are enough. So this is a piece of work. This isn't just somebody giving some glib advice or coaching or mentoring, because I've been in that place, and to some degree I still am in that place. We all are. We're all there until we choose to really honor ourselves and to see and know it differently. And that takes work. That takes processing within us. That takes honoring the old belief systems or the unsupported belief systems that we choose to carry. That takes doing the work, you know, and not running from it and facing it. Like, really, like, yeah, I'm facing this now. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to run from it. I believe that last year and this year, to some degree, for the last 18 months, we've had this incredible opportunity to really go within and to really honor this calling that we have right now, to look in as nurturers, as empaths, as women who have a higher dream or a deeper connection to the purpose that we're here for, the calling that we're here for, that we are being called to step out and into that light, not for it purely to be a daydream anymore, for it to be something that really, really it becomes tangible and it becomes our life experience. So how do we do that when there's fear, when we have these old tapes running and we believe on some level that there isn't enough? And if I step into what it is I truly want for my life, or want or desire or feel called, so called to, that I'm going to be leaping and I don't know how I'm going to get to that other side where seeing paradise is. So there are a couple of things that we can do here. Breathe, first of all, and acknowledge the love and the beauty and the power and the absolute immenseness of magnificence that you are right now. Just right now in this moment, acknowledging that. And even if there's some kind of, chatter going off that's, but we know that's simply a thought, and that thought can be replaced, or that thought can be dissolved. We can choose, we're at choice. So we know that everything that we're believing and that we're thinking, we have a choice. We can change it. Now, that doesn't mean that when we change our thinking, the whole of our life is suddenly going to plop into some different experience, like some kind of fantasy film. It isn't quite, change your thinking, change your life. I have a little bit of a pull on that one. However, how I see it is changing my willingness to see myself differently and to believe myself differently, to believe in myself differently. Having a willingness to change the way that I talk to myself, to change the messaging that I give, to understand who I am, having a willingness to level my intentions, to look at the values that I hold, and am I really staying with those values and living them as much as I can, moment by moment, day by day. And when I'm doing that, I'm changing the way that I see myself, that I accept myself, that I acknowledge myself, and that I understand this experience of this thing called life, that Dr. Ernest Holmes calls it. So I'm changing really from that deeper level, transforming the way that I'm choosing to see myself. And from there, my experience changes. From there, my experience becomes that of love and joy and light. I'm just creating a whole series at the moment, 12 discovering the 12 archetypes that I'm sending out to people that would like this. It's to purchase, and the one that I sent out today is light. Knowing the archetype of light and what that means. Knowing that light is within each of us. It's not something out there separate from us. It's who we truly are. And that light is the more than enoughness. I mean, there is, it is the everything. It is the greatness of all of this experience of life. So where are you holding that light in your heart of knowing that you are enough and that there is enough of everything for you right now? It may not be that it's all absolutely available right now. And yet, when we match ourselves with the knowing of that and the feeling of that, that is where we draw into our experience the likeness of that. So I'll give you an example here because we've got a little bit of time. Last year, I lived very, very ad hocly in different kinds of living situations and experiences. And I was very much on the edge of my finances and not consciously knowing how I would have food from one day to the next and all sorts of things. And it was a real time of absolute change for me. And that change had to happen for many, many reasons that I'm not going to go into now because we haven't got that long enough for that. So what I will say was the experience allowed me to live in the leap of faith and to absolutely fall in love with it, fall in love with being in that place of the unknown. Not just accepting it, not embracing it. You know, I went way past accepting it and embracing it. I was like, accepting it and embracing it for me, that was like baby steps. It was like, I've now got to fall in love with it and live in this experience as if I am just absolutely just so loving it and surrendering it to it. And by the way, a friend of mine who came onto the Cosmic Prayer a few months ago, she told me that a similar thing happened to her, and she called it her surrender tour. She surrendered. Well, I went, I was kind of past that surrendering point, past the acceptance, past this too is God expressing. And it was like, now I'm just going to fall in love with this. And the moment that happened, the whole thing shifted. The moment that happened, so many beautiful things. Just like, oh my gosh, I have a home, and beautiful mentors stepped into my life, gifted to me. I can't go into the stories of how it happened because it's just too long of a process here for even one of these things. What I'm saying is, and what I'm asking of you, is to fall in love with the moment of now and seek around you everything that you can connect with from a sense of and a knowing of gratitude. Every single thing. And you write that down, you write your gratitude list and you stick it up on that wall, hundreds of things right now in the moment. I challenge you not to find hundreds of things that you are grateful for right now. Even if you believe that your life is working less than, you will find these things. And you focus on these things daily. You read that list. Mine's stuck up on the kitchen wall here now. And I'm reading them all the time because when I do the washing up, they're there. And it's, this is it. This is for me to remember. Gratitude is very powerful. And you fall in love with all of it. All of it. I am so grateful. The computer that I have right now is on a cardboard box on the oven. I have an oven. I didn't have an oven 6 months ago. Woo! So this is my answer to this question that is coming along that I had from two women last week. How do I take this leap into my passion when I'm scared of that there may not be enough for me? Well, we are called, if we have that desire, we're called to take the leap. If we have the desire, it is ours to do, and the learning is in that leap. The falling in love with that leap, that's where our learning is, and from that point, the desire flourishes in our lives, and it comes into our experience. That's it. And it's not so much faith, because yes, of course we need faith in all of this. We need faith that we are supported by something higher and greater and bolder, something that is absolutely has our back every moment, every step of the way, and as the ground of our being. Of course there has to be faith. Of course there does. And yet it will go beyond that point of faith. It simply is. And then we know we can take that next step and know that we're supported. We know that we're supported. And this is a process, and a process that needs time and care and love and nurturing. So in meditation, we can do this. We can say, I use mala beads. I don't know if you use them. They're probably banging away here on my thing. But if you have mala beads, they're an amazing way to meditate, one bead at a time with a short mantra. I am safe. I am loved. I trust myself. I trust life, and go around your mala bead set and back again if you want to. That's a beautiful way to do it, because ultimately what we're doing is clearing those old beliefs that we've chosen to cling onto. So if things seem to be falling apart, just like Sandy was saying last night in the Cosmic Prayer, what an amazing woman and a beautiful opening and sharing that she gave, and where everything fell apart for her last year. She lost everything. And it was that faith and coming into her mama power and knowing it that actually did it for her. And she's on track. Well, taking step by step now to rebuild her life. Let's take a breath here, because I just feel so called to remind us of the power that we are, to remind you of all that you are, and that whatever step you're taking, there is no mistake in that. And that there is this divine grace, this divine love, this divine supply that has you, that holds, that knows you. Because we are one with all of it. And so this divine, limitless flow is what is here for us as us now. Breathing that in and asking yourself for today, where am I prepared to fall in love with the leap? Yeah. I do have a song that I would like to share here, and you can dance, because this is what Mama Power is going to be all about, just going in the moment and dancing if you like to. I created this song 2 years ago. It's called Woman of Power, with Jason, my partner. And last year, in the midst of my leap, which I'm still in, I woke up one morning and I just like, oh my gosh, this song, Woman of Power, we need women on here dancing to it from around the world. So I asked women that I know if they would like to take part in a video, making a video for this. And a lot of them said yes. And I thought I would play this right now, and you can kind of dance, wake up to it a bit if it's early in the morning, just get the body moving and remind yourself that you are a woman of power, as Edwene Gaines so beautifully states. Let's put it on here. Can you see it? See it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Let's make it bigger. And can I play? Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to play a little bit.
Hear the beat, your divinity, ready to believe. Hear the beat, your divinity, open to receive. Hear the beat, your divinity, ready to believe.
Oh, yes, woman of power. Enjoying woman of power there. Let's take that out of the stream just for a while. Yeah, let's go back to so reminding you of who you are as this incredible woman of power, as Edwene Gaines reminded me of that in 2017, and that's where that song came from. You can find it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Law of Attraction. There you go. And it is a reminder for all of us that we do have this within us, and we don't have to go out there seeking it. You know, when you're falling in love with that leap that you're taking into the seeming unknown, you're actually activating that power that is there within you, and it's gonna give you every single solution, every answer to every question, every piece of faith to every fear that you may have. They're gonna present themselves. All of the knowing that is waiting, the wisdom that is wanting to come through, it's knocking on your heart's door saying, take that leap. Do whatever it is that you feel called to, that feels right for you right now. Do it, and there will be this incredible support, this love about earlier on. Well, that's the first Mama Power, unlocking your Mama Power. I'll be back here on Friday for more. There may be a guest on Friday, so keep tuned. And if you have a question that you would like answered here on Unlock Your Mama Power, then you can pop it into how do you do it? You can do it on New Thought Media Network, or you can do it on this post here, because I read the posts. So on Facebook, you can actually write your question in, and then I will bring that question forwards next week when we look at when we have question and answer, Q&A. Ask Laura. It's great to be here with you today, and I want to give so much gratitude from my heart to New Thought Media Network. If this feeds you in any way, you know that you can donate, you know that you can give a love offering and circulate your consciousness of giving to Thought Media Network. The link is down there in the post here. And if you like Mama Power, check out my website, check out my YouTube channel and like it also, because I will always be putting up beautiful YouTubes there for you to enjoy, to remind you of the power that you are. Love and blessings to you, and have an amazing day, whatever time it is, wherever you are on this wonderful planet that I know of as home. See you soon. I'm going to play a little video. Here we go. And I'm going to play another one.
New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.